So little by little, everyone's coming in. I'm seeing the room filling up. That's wonderful. However, unfortunately, based on what we're doing and what we're talking about today, I wish none of you were here, because that would mean you were employed and you were not a victim of what's happening now. And I'm seeing massive layoffs happening everywhere. So I did see that GM had laid off 1,000 people, AMD had laid off 1,000 people. And unfortunately, these layoffs are happening right before the holiday season. So it's an extra punch to the gut. So as an executive recruiter and a job search strategist, I wanted to open the forum and have a discussion. I am not going to bore you with another PowerPoint presentation. I'm not here to sell you anything. I just truly want to help. Now, I will tell you, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ilene Rein. I'm an executive recruiter and a job search strategist. I focus on helping job seekers become employed again. Now, I do want to tell you a little funny story, and I want you to keep this in mind as you are going on interviews. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I was hit with the EF3 tornado down here in Florida. I had just moved into a brand new home and our house got pummeled. So literally 10 minutes before we came online here, the gutter people decided to start banging on my roof to take down the gutters and to replace the gutters. So I just want to let you all know that you may hear some sounds above people walking on my roof and banging. And if I look this way, it's because all of a sudden I see people walking up and down my roof. This is something that you need to keep in mind as you're going on interviews. You need to be in a completely closed room, quiet, no dogs, no children, no nothing. Your 100% focus needs to be on that interview as you go in. So I just wanted to let you know what's going on here, and it literally just happened 10 minutes ago. But today I want to talk about the layoffs that you're experiencing and the things that you need to do immediately today, like within the first 24, 48 hours of that layoff. So this way you're covered. Also, you can ask any questions. I will take questions at the end of this. So this way we can talk about your job search, getting you back employed again. So I know it is really frustrating when something like this happens. You were working, you were enjoying your job, enjoying your colleagues, you have friends at work, and now you've been completely separated from them. It makes it 10 times worse when it's right before the holidays. However, the holidays actually is a perfect time in order to get that networking going to parties, calling friends. So think of it actually as an opportunity. So the first thing when you do get laid off, okay, is that you want to request a formal layoff letter. So this way the separation is completely documented. Now, why do you need this? Well, first of all, you're going to need it for your documentation purposes. So this way, if you're applying for unemployment, if any company is asking for it for tax benefits, you want that letter of separation. You want to make sure it was also in good standing. You don't want any problems. So contact your HR department. If you don't have an HR department, some smaller companies do not, then I want you to contact the hiring manager and get that formal letter. It's no different than if you were resigning, you would send a letter of resignation. You want that letter of separation. The second thing is that as you're exiting, you need to review and really truly understand the severance package if you've been given one. You want to make sure that everything is lined up. You want to take a look at what monies are being given to you, if any, if outplacement services are being offered. Outplacement services are fantastic. The companies provide that sometimes to you, so this way you can it will help you get back on your feet again. It also protects the company. It protects the company that the morale of the people that are still there, that it's a company that cares. It's a company that cares about you. So you walk away not feeling so disgruntled with the company that it just came down to the bottom line separation. But you want to see also, you want to evaluate those outplacement services, because I've had some people who were given outplacement services. I took a look at what they were being told, and it was horrible, for lack of a better term. It was not quality outplacement services. They went 6 months without a single call. And I'm sorry, that's unacceptable for anyone. I started working with the person after the 6 months, and 4 weeks we got her hired, and actually we got her doubling her salary. You can hear her story on my website at Pounding Pavement 101. Her name is Sharon. You can check it out. But you really want to take a look at that severance package and see how long it's going to last you. Money doesn't last forever. And I will tell you, with all the layoffs happening right now, the competition is fierce. It truly is. And for my senior executives, and I have a lot of them here today, it's a pyramid. There are fewer jobs at the top. So you need to do even more to rise above to become that candidate of choice. So you need to up-level that personal branding. Okay, it's not like years ago, 20, 30 years ago, where you just threw something together, you shook a hand and you got a job. It's different, and you need to level up at this point. So take a look at that severance package. If outplacement services are not provided, then you might want to take a look at working with a job search strategist. You can grab time on my calendar. It's at GetHired.careers, or you can go to my website. Again, I'm not selling you anything today. I just want to share some information with you. If you want to learn about the program, you can grab time on my calendar. Okay, but take a look at how long is that money going to last you for that severance package. Now, let's get back to those hiring cycles. What I have been seeing in the industry right now is the hiring cycles have been elongated. So the companies are looking for that perfect candidate. There's no such thing as a perfect candidate. They want the person to walk on water as well as pour the water. But because of that, your process can last sometimes about a 3-month process just in the interview. I just worked with someone. She's now a VP of communications, and from start to finish, so from the day she applied to the day that she was hired and received the offer letter, it was 3 months. So will that severance package last you 3 months? Now, I know a lot of people who will take breaks after they became unemployed or laid off. That is the wrong approach, because if you have a 3-month hiring cycle, it's going to take you some time to find that perfect job for you. So if that's the case, you don't want to take 6 months and then first start. You need to start now. You need to start today. You need to set yourself up for success in order to find that great job. Again, I know it's the holiday time, but companies are still hiring now. I had someone receive a job offer Christmas week. I had someone receive a job offer December 31st. They were based in Hawaii. I woke up January 1st with an email saying, I got an offer. And it was fantastic. It was actually a really incredible offer. So it can happen during the holiday season, but you got to work it and take advantage of that networking. So let's get back to what you need to do immediately. So again, with that severance package, you also want to take a look at what are all the final payments that are owed to you. So you want that all documented. You want all your vacation pay. I know a lot of people accrue vacation pay, okay, PTO, and then they get a check at the end. Now, a lot of companies are getting a little smart on this, and they're saying you have unlimited vacation, so this way they don't have to pay out at the end. So if you have that, make sure you're getting that. Any bonuses, any sales commissions, you want everything documented. So go through your records and see exactly what you are owed, because that will definitely help you down the road. The other thing, and this always drives me crazy. So here it is, they're taking away income from you. But now the health benefits, you have to pay 100% on your own, and that is an astronomical cost. So the good news is that there are COBRA plans, but it is extremely expensive. You cannot walk around without health insurance nowadays. Now, I had a situation, okay, actually it was my own son who got laid off. I treated him like any other client. I put him through the program and he landed his dream job. But we had a couple of months in between there. And I was able to reach out to, he was a young single male, okay, without any kind of health issues. So we just needed interim emergency insurance. So COBRA sometimes can be $2,000 for a family. Even on the open market, health insurance can be extremely expensive. We were able to reach out to a health insurance professional. We wound up finding him something about $300 a month just for emergencies. He wasn't going to the doctor on a monthly basis or anything like that. But at least, God forbid, there was an emergency, he had coverage. If you have someone to reach out to, investigate it. See what the company is offering first. They may extend benefits for you, they may not. If they don't, then reach out to a health insurance professional. If you don't know someone, send me an email and I will connect you with a couple people, not one person. I don't believe in that. I'll send you a list and then you can call them and see what works for you. Again, with the health insurance benefits, you need to also take a look at your 401k and how is that going to roll over? Where are you going to transfer that? You don't want to leave it with the company. Number one, down the road, you might forget about it. Number two, that means they're in charge of your money. You want to be in charge of your money. So if you have a financial planner, fantastic. Speak to them, let them know what's going on. You're going to want to let them know what's going on anyway, because this is going to factor into your financial plans. If you don't have someone to speak with, again, I have a list of people that you can speak with. I'm more than happy to share that list with you. Again, I'm not looking to push any specific person on you. I will give you a list of names in your geography, so this way you can at least speak to them and get information. I don't know if you hear the drilling going on right now, right over my head. I hope not. Okay, let's talk about office items. Frustrating. You have everything set up perfectly on your computer, and now you have to separate it from it. I know when I got laid off from a job years ago, that was the most torturous thing for me. It's like I had everything set up perfectly. This was my laptop, okay? It was my lifeline. It's what I used every single day. So you need to take a look and see what documents you want to take with you, what emails, what contacts you want to take with you. Now, don't take anything that's proprietary. Okay, that's secretive. You don't want to take anything you're not allowed to take, but there are certain things I'm sure that you would like to take, certainly your contacts. And I'm hoping that you connected with them on LinkedIn so you do have a continuous flow. We used to have a paper Rolodex. I'm sure there are some people here old enough to remember the Rolodexes. Now everything is digital. So hopefully you have all those contacts and you can reach out to them. And you know what? A holiday time is a perfect time to do that, just to touch base. You don't have to say, gee, I'm looking for a job. No, just call and reach out and say, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. Yeah, I got laid off. And that's it. You never know who they're going to know and who they can connect you with. And it might be at their company. It might be someone they know. I hear people walking out my roof. It's kind of funny, actually. Again, do you see how all of a sudden it's a little distracting? So when you're going on those interviews, make sure that no one is walking on your roof. Okay, let's now talk about things that can help you moving forward. You want to collect all of the performance reviews that you've had at the current company or even the past companies. Why? Because those are going to help you develop that resume and the LinkedIn profile, your personal branding, your marketing documents. This is going to list out all of the accolades, all of your accomplishments, because if you've been at a company for a lot of years, I guarantee you're going to forget. I guarantee all those little accomplishments along the way. I had worked with a 20-year product manager, 20-year experienced product manager, and she actually was experiencing imposter syndrome. She didn't think she had anything to offer. Now, this was someone in the automotive industry. She spoke at global conferences. She was well known in the industry, and she had imposter syndrome. However, as we were going through her resume and I was helping her to develop it and go through it line by line, all of a sudden she looked and said, I've got game. She didn't realize as we were talking and pulling out all the information, all her accolades, all her accomplishments through the years. And then once we documented it all, then she was able to see it and step away and just look at it as someone else. And she realized she had so much to offer. That's what I do. I help people bring out that information and really highlight it. The resume is an exercise in information graphics. So it's really how to present that information. And it acts as a writing sample and a presentation sample, the type of work that you would do for the company. So that's why those documents are so incredibly important, not only to grab the recruiter's attention, but to showcase your work. So you want to pull up all of those performance reviews. That's the first step in doing this. Then we're going to talk about recommendations. You need to reach out to those colleagues. You need to reach out to your friends. Okay, and either get letters of recommendations or go to LinkedIn. Now, I'm a firm believer in giving first and then asking. It just puts good energy out into the world. So go on to LinkedIn. Think about those past managers. Think about those colleagues, your friends. It's Thanksgiving next week. It is a perfect time to show thanks for all that they've done for you in your career. Now, by writing that recommendation, they're going to get this email, okay, that says, Joe sent a recommendation. They're going to be so honored and so thrilled that they're going to want to reciprocate. But also what's going to happen is your open to work is going to be on there. Once they accept it, it's going to be posted on their LinkedIn profile. So it's going to give you additional visibility. So not only are you doing a great thing, you're doing a good deed, and you're sharing that experience and giving someone a recommendation, but it's also helping you in visibility. But you know what? Also, they're going to want to reciprocate and they're going to want to give you a recommendation, but also they're going to see that you're open to work. If you're willing to give that person the recommendation, then you must have a relationship with them. And they're going to want to help you out. They're going to see you're open to work. They're going to want to help you if they know of something that's out there. Or they may just give you a call and maybe just talk you through the situation. Either way, highly, highly recommend doing that. The last thing that I want to discuss with you today, and again, I want to remind you, you can schedule time on my calendar. It's at gethired.careers, or you can go to my website. It's poundingpavement101.com, and you can schedule right from there. And this way we can talk about your unique situation, because I truly do believe that everyone has that unique situation, that unique background, and that unique goal that you're targeting. Don't fall for one of these resume writer or auto builders. I've tried them. They really whitewash things and they really don't stand out to the recruiters. That's why people are getting lost in the shuffle. And I don't want that to happen to you. So you are welcome to grab time on my calendar. The next thing is you need to save all the company benefit documents, all the HR contact information as you're exiting. The company may give you a packet with all this information. If they don't, I want you to document it as you're going through the process, because a couple of months later, you may not remember. You may not remember to go back a year later. Hopefully you're employed by then, but you may need those type of documents or that type of information in the future. So it's best to get it now while it's fresh in your mind and you're thinking about it. These are all things that are immediate actions. There's so many more things that we can be doing to market you, to get you employed again. You know, it's a difficult time because, again, there's so many layoffs happening right now and the competition is fierce. And you have to remember, although you are great, you're getting compared against every other candidate that's out there. We want you to be the one that rises to the top to become the candidate of choice. I'm going to open this up to questions right now. Does anyone have any questions? Please put it in the Q&A. Oh, you can? Okay, I'm seeing some comments coming through. You can't hear the drilling. Great, I'm glad to hear that because it's literally happening right over my head. So I have a Yeti mic. Obviously, it is pushing out that noise. Okay, any other questions? If not, I want you to go back to job searching. If you need some assistance, if you'd like to talk to me and we can just brainstorm about your job search, I'm more than happy to do that. Again, grab time on my calendar. It's at gethired.careers. My website is poundingpavement101.com. I am an executive recruiter, job search strategist. My name is Ilene Rein. I'm here to help you become employed again.